Why don't we get started with another story time? Those are always chill to do. So how about we talk about Bali? And I always consider the time I went to Indonesia, Bali, as the best time I've ever had on this planet, and it truly was. And I don't even know why. Okay, it's like something just struck me. But let's backtrack. Okay, we decided as a family. Okay, we're going to travel for my mother's birthday, and after all this stuff, I've never been on a plane at this point. I've never went out of the country. I went out of Western Cape one time. I left Cape Town one time, like Western Cape one time, and it was gone. And it was horrible. It was a horrible time. That's for another time. Um. So yeah, we decided, okay, we're going to Bali, Indonesia. It looks like a great place, a nice island vibe. Lekker cheese, we're going. Now, I was like, for sure I'm going. Because, even though I haven't flown yet on an airplane, even though I was terrified, horrified of flying, that was one of my fears. But I had this saying, because no, I always thought that even though like airplanes doesn't crash that often, and it's quite rare for a plane to crash. Um, I had this thing where I always used to say, the plane that I'm on will be the one that will go down. That's the plane that will be crashing. That's what I would always say. And then what I began saying once the trip was booked is I began to say I don't know, I was basically saying I'm all right with I'm at peace with my life. I'm happy to die if that means the plane goes down and I'm in it. So I'm willing to get on the plane. That's what I used to say. I said, yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna get cooked. I'm at peace with my life. I'll get cooked regardless. Okay, it's fine. I'll go on the plane. So the day's coming. The day's coming. Obviously, 2 days before the travel, man's already struggling to sleep. I got all my Hawaiian shirts and all that stuff, shorts. Oh, man, it's bowling, slippers. I'm going full on the island holiday vibe. No, probably not gonna explain like every tiny bit of what happened on the Bali trip. Maybe that's for like a part two or something like that. And obviously, the day before, my man couldn't sleep but not even a wink of sleep. Okay, we get in the more. Was our flight was like 12 p.m., 11 a.m. One of these times. So we had to be up early, relatively early. Okay, get up. We do a last minute packing. With our airport foot. I'm barely speaking at this point. I am sitting there quiet because my anxiety is through the roof. Okay, we go to the airport, and now I am relatively okay or like good with traveling now, right? 'Cause since I've been out of the country now a few times. That's a flex, but I've been a few times out of the country. Maybe again going soon, but who knows? You'll have to see another story time. We'll keep up to date with the channel. Um, and the airports are the worst part of traveling in general. I can't lie. I hate the airport section of traveling. And you would think it would be the flying part. No, but the airport part is much worse. It's just nerve wracking. Especially like okay, so we got to the airport. We go do the thing, stuff there, weigh our bags, got our bags in. Now my knot is going just like this, bro, because I'm stressing. Say goodbye to our family, It's the last time I'll see them. Oh, okay, we stand along. We didn't expect the lines to be that long because we never flew before, and so we had to stay in the line. Airport airport employees was low-key rude. Not even low-key, high-key rude. Yeah, in the Cape Town airport. Damn, they were low-key rude. I can't even lie. I can't even cap. Now that I've been to other countries and see how the staff work there, the other country staff is much better. Yeah, so we had a bit like iffy bit of trouble with the staff. Nothing happened really, but we went there clutching my passport like it's my lifeline. I never leave it outside. I don't even put it in a bag. That's how scared I am of losing it. I hold it tight in my hand. I never misplace it. So yeah, we go through. We now we flew Emirates, so we were going to go 9 hours to Dubai and then another 9.5 or 9 and a bit hours from Dubai to Bali. So yeah, my very first flight was 18 hour basically, and yeah, now I went into the plane absolutely knowing I'm not using the bathroom and I'm not standing. I'm going to the bathroom. So I made sure everything that I go to the bathroom at least 5 times at the airport before I even go onto the plane. That's is valid stress because I'm sitting there for 18 hours. I'm not going to the bathroom once. We get to a seat. Luckily, I had like the alley seat, so I was sitting. I could like get up if I wanted to. Not that I did, but like I can just get up and go through the row on the row. I didn't have the window seat. I sat down with seatbelt fastened to the tightest. They said looking forward. I don't even know how the airplane stuff work. Man. I'm looking there at the screen. What is clapping here? I don't know what's happening. Oh, takeoff start. Oh, my nerves is calm, bro. The other cock is spotting, bro. I am shutting myself. But then takeoff I was a bit, I was holding my breath and all that. And legit after takeoff, nothing happened. I was chilling. Like I wasn't even scared. It was just like smooth sailing. This is fine. The only problem with the planes I have now is I can't sleep on them. Like I can't. I have struggled sleeping when I'm like I can't nap. First of all, I can't nap. I can't sleep in like. Let's say I get a new bed or I get a new room. I can't sleep for at least the first night or two. I have to get used to my surroundings. So I can't sleep on the airplane seat. So I'm just sat up there while the lights go dark. Everyone's sleeping around me. Everyone's standing up, doing stuff. I'm just sitting there, raw dogging the flight, looking at the flight plan, the flight map. By the way, I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I have a problem with like doing stuff. So anyway, yeah, I road dog the flight. We landed in Dubai. We all tired as hell. It's past midnight times like that. I think it was 12 a.m. or so. Midnight. And when we landed, they played that song in my fast car. I'll never forget. Na 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 na. And we get into the Dubai airport, and it's just like, damn. Look at this airport compared to Cape Town International, man. Miles ahead. The Rolexes everywhere, fancy shops, bougie. Anyway, but we had like a 3 hour layover there, so we just had to chill. I don't buy anything because I'm not gonna. Stuff's expensive there. Stuff's expensive in the airport in general, but I think I can leave that for a future story time of another traveling part of that. So yeah, we chilled at Dubai. I'm there on the internet just scrolling what's happening in the world because the internet was fired in Dubai airport for some reason. It was working perfectly. So we go into the second flight. Everyone is cooked. Now the second flight was horrible. The flight towards Bali, like midway through, maybe like 5 hours left or 4 hours left of the flight left. The ball he has to go po, he has to number 2. and I'm not using the airport bathroom, so I'm holding that, and I started to become in pain. I was firming it the entire way. My stomach is cramping. It's like feel like it's like twisting. I am holding. I held, and I held, mother. No sleep. I'm in pain. I'm sitting up, not even reclining my seat one bit, mother. I don't think I watched anything on the flight. Maybe I did. Maybe I think I had uh stock footage of like underwater stuff like that, because that kind of stuff like calms me down now. So yeah, I was in pain the whole flight towards Bali. Once we land in Bali, it is like 4 p.m. But the landing in Bali was rough, but also like kind of nice, because you kind of like the plane kind of like goes over the water, is like low on the water, and then it reaches the island, and it was kind of like fire. But my Nazi is still popping for landing. Landing is a bit hectic. I don't care about the takeoff that much. The landing part, it kind of scares me still. Anyway, yeah, we get to Bali. It's the airport is hotter than a mother effer. Yo, it's nothing. But we went September, like end of September towards October. So Cape Town was still relatively windy, not fully warm yet. So we landed in Bali, and it's like 28 degrees, maybe 30 degrees Celsius. We all taking our hoodies off, we kind of take a while to get out of the airport, doing the whole visas and all that stuff, going through security and all that, getting our bags. We get a ride, and this is not the first time seeing like Bali for me. Like, you see the videos, but I also didn't see the videos. Like, I didn't watch the videos like that. And all you see is bikes. Everyone is driving bikes. Like, not even bicycles, like scooter or like motorcycles. Like, everyone, and I mean everyone. Like, think of a room of 1,000 people in it, and you'll probably be too little people. There's so much people in the road, driving bikes everywhere, just like cutting through traffic and all sorts. It was crazy, and it was hella dark. When I get from the airport, we went all in a car. I am still in pain. I am there crying, but in silence. The outside is the area we drove through. I'm thinking way away, because it wasn't looking so nice. I can't lie. We're driving, not looking so nice. And then we took a bit of a time to get to the resort, so we just went 1, 2 through this spooky looking. I thought we were getting murdered or trafficked or something. We're going through those alleyways, and it's looking dark and it's looking scary. And then the driver randomly takes a left turn, and we're at the resort, and I'm like, huh? This resort was in the middle of this place, and the resort was beautiful. I can't. That resort. If you were in Bali, big up to Kayumas. That was a fire resort. That place is beautiful. I'd go back if I could. Damn. And we got there. We had to wait, obviously, check in. They were nice. The staff, everyone in Bali is super nice, by the way. Like, the people there is awesome. Super friendly, super helpful, super nice. We get to our room. I went straight. Oh no, we got like complimentary drinks at first. I had some shit cucumber concoction. It was so bad. So what happened? Okay, I drank the thing. I go straight to the room. Now the room I was in had a faulty door. Or like you have to swipe your key card, or you put your key card in and the door open, right? Now I had to share my room with someone. So we put the key card in, and we closed it. But then the door wasn't like closed properly. It wasn't locking properly. So I was testing it out, right? I didn't put the key card in, so it was supposed to be like closed, but I still opened it and still could open it. I was like, there's a problem. But like, if you push it hard enough, it closes, right? So okay, I ran straight to the toilet. I go do my business. And if you know about Bali, one thing is you can't flush toilet paper over there. So what they do is they give you like a bomb gun that sprays water. By the way, this is fire. Sprays water, and your ass cleans it, and then you have to wipe with the toilet paper, and then throw the toilet paper in the trash can, and then every morning the trash can gets taken away, so that your shit paper is gone and don't stink, right? Obviously. So that bomb gun out like at first is a shock factor when you spray your asshole. It might be too much information. But damn, it's good. I was loving it. It makes your asshole feel clean as hell. Let me tell you that. So basically a bidet, yeah. But so the person I was with was in the other room, not in our hotel room, or like part of the room. So I'm thinking, okay, I just want to go outside to go get something, buy something else, and then come back in. And our door is faulty, so I'm not gonna close it all the way and get back in. Biggest problem I ever had. I went out, I left the key card inside. I didn't even close completely. I just left it right. I came back, that the door was locked. I had to go to walk back to the reception like a dog with a tail between my legs. Asked him to open my hotel room. Because I locked myself in. I locked myself out. And the first few hours of being at the resort, it was crazy. Embarrassing, but crazy. And I think I'm going to cut story time there so I can have more content for another story time.